girl is a real crowd pleaser. Small world, all her friends know me. Young bull living like an old geezer. Release the cash, watch it fall slowly. Frat girl still trying to get even. Haters mad for whatever reason.
Hi guys, so I'm back and I'm going to be showing you how I bleach and I tint my lace to match my skin tone. This is for darker skin tones. So yes, I'm going to be taking about 3 stoops. I only really needed about 1 or 2 to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to take about 3 stoops and then I'm just going to be adding the developer in little by little till I get a almost cake-like consistency. So yeah, I definitely didn't need this much product, but I thought that I would because I am using a 360 lace frontal. So yeah, I'm just going to keep mixing that in till I get the consistency that I want. You don't want it to be too runny because it can easily leak through the lace and bleach the hair. So yeah, I'm just going to keep blending, mixing. But I think this is the consistency that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and start bleaching the knots. So yeah, I'm not going to be bleaching the back of the 360 frontal just because I don't feel the need to. So I'm only going to be bleaching the front. And I'm lightly, very lightly just tapping it onto, well not even tapping, but just gliding it onto the lace. Because like we said, we don't want it to leak through the lace and bleach the hair. And as you can see, I am using aluminum foil. That's what's causing it to be a little bit dark. I don't know the light reflecting off of it, so I do want to apologize if you can't really see what I'm doing, but hopefully I can explain it well enough where you guys can understand. But there's hundreds and thousands, probably millions of videos of how to bleach knots on YouTube. If you do not find mine helpful, you can always find another one. But yeah, this is all I'm really doing is just laying it on top of the lace. So I'm just going to wrap it in the aluminum foil and I let it sit for about 30 minutes. So I just set the microwave timer to 30 minutes and just waited. So while I let the bleach sit, I decided I wanted to dye the bundles jet black. The dye I'm using, I don't know, but I will link it or list it down in the description box. I don't really feel like the hair looks jet black. I don't really know if the dye set or if I did it right. But yeah, I'm just going to dye all 3 bundles and I'm just going to let that sit as I wait for the bleach to finish processing. So once I rinse the bleach out, you can see that it definitely did leak through. So I'm just going to go back in with some of that black dye that I used to correct where I went wrong. Now to tint the lace, I'm going to be adding 2 cups of boiling hot water. And I'm also going to be using this hair dye. I was looking for the Adore hair dye, but this is all I could find. So I just used a box dye because it was last minute. This is in the shade Dark Chocolate, and I'm just going to stir that in. And this is a trick I learned from Chrissy Bowles, and she just added a teaspoon of salt. Well, she used sea salt, but I'm just going to use this regular salt. And it's supposed to cancel out the redness in the dye so your lace will not look red or orange looking. See, I'm just going to blend that in. I will link her video down below if you want to watch hers. And I'm just going to let that soak. And I believe I let it soak for about 20 to 30 minutes. So I did not let it air dry. I just blow dried the hair. And I already began plucking. Now the way that I pluck, I do not use tweezers. I still use the same method, you know, parting the front and plucking, but I just use my fingers because I do not have a lot of patience So yeah, this is the quickest way for me. I take about 3 strands at a time and pluck. You want to be careful not to, over pluck. As you can see, I did over pluck a little bit in the front, and there's like these little spots that look like ball spots. Be careful because you don't want that to happen. But I personally like baby hairs. If you don't, the baby hairs can kind of hide that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing basically. Just separating the hair and plucking, like I said, about 3 strands at a time. And this is what the frontal looks like after I finish plucking just with my hand. And I think it looks pretty good. And I'm just showing you where I over plucked in the front. But like I said, it's okay. And this is how much hair I got just from plucking with my hand. And it took me about an hour just plucking with my hands. Now all I'm doing here is placing 4 T-pins into my mannequin head just to hold the frontal in place. I'm not going to be sewing it down. I'm going to be sewing over the lace with the tracks. I'm not going to be doubling the weft. I'm only going to single the weft just because I want the wig to be able to lay flat as possible, as flat as it possibly can. So yeah, I'm just going to be sewing back and forth. I am doing the flip over method, just flipping the tracks over, back and forth. I hope you guys can understand the concept that I am doing. I will also link another video that I follow that is more detailed that you guys can follow if you can't follow along what I'm doing here. This is the wig all done. The curls are gone because, like I said, I did blow dry the hair. And I added a band and 2 combs in the back, just like my other unit. So yeah, I'm just going to place that on my head.